All right. Hi. Welcome to Dad Kenny Gaming. We are going to talk about Elden Ring. My thoughts on it, my first experience with a Souls game, especially from software, and just how it went. We have just completed our Elden Ring and Erd Tree DLC run. Walking through with the same character, we did a strength build or kind of a variant of a strength build because um, we were dual wielding swords that were in the like just not colossal, like a great sword. We were using great swords for the most part, and I liked it. It was fun. It was a good fun way to play. I liked the dual wielding aspect of it, and it kind of there was a fun move sets with that. But yeah, thoughts on Elden Ring as a whole and my first experience with a Souls game. Um, the exploration in this is top tier. Definitely one of the more fun and adventure, um, just great experiences of the game was exploring, finding new things, finding bosses and areas. And that was actually what brought me to Elden Ring in the first place. All the other Dark Souls games seemed linear to some degree, but I know that there's a heavier connotation on if you have a boss in front of you, you have to beat it to progress. And that's pretty challenging. Um, and I didn't really like that concept, so I never really played any of them. But this one, it's like if you do get stuck on a boss, there was a lot to go explore and go do and get more powerful in the process. And that was really attractive to me. And so far, that was actually quite amazing. Um, I do feel like I didn't really get too stuck through my journey. But if I did, again, I wasn't super frustrated. I could go and have fun exploring. So high tier on that enjoyment factor. And then again, just the way that this game just has so many ways that you can play it and explore the game. You can, like, obviously people do challenge runs and stuff like that. I mean, I have a different playthrough that is just offline where I'm just doing a dagger run. I just thought that would be fun. So I am strictly sticking to daggers and specifically a bleed type build. And that's been really fun to do that as well. So just the flexibility this game offers to all the different ways that you can play the game is just super, super cool. And yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. I know there's some complaints in the game overall, but for me, that wasn't really that big a deal. I mean, one of those complaints was just the way that the quest system is structured. It's not very intuitive for a pro player like me who is playing here and there and not really keeping track of who's saying what, and there's emotes you have to do or things like this to get quest progression. Like, it's kind of wild, and I like it because it's very creative and very, I guess, intuitive if you're paying attention. But even when you're not paying attention, I'm like, how do you get this? How do you get to this quest? How? It just makes no sense. But so that's kind of probably one of my only gripes is, for me, the quest progression was not very intuitive. I actually was following like a guide through this entire playthrough, and that was actually kind of helpful. And it did make it enjoyable in the quest progression state, but it didn't make it as enjoyable in just the, I'm just going to explore and kind of learn and figure it out myself, you know? So it was kind of a two-edged sword there a little bit. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'd say this is one of the top games that if I had to pick one game that I could play for the rest of my life, this is up there in that selection, because there's just so many ways that you can play through this game, and it's going to just be entertaining every time. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Elden Ring and the DLC as a whole. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, like, comment. I try and read those, and yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.